Hi, good morning all. Today we are going to start Postgres database installation. This is very important before going to practice Postgres database. So for this, let me explain the basic part that is very important before start practicing. So this is database installation, Postgres SQL database installation. So generally we have two types of methods. Those are The first one is RPM method of installation. The second one is source code method of installation. So usually 90% of the people in real time using method 1 only because it's very simple and will take less time for installation purpose. That is why 90% of the time we prefer to install the server with RPM method of installation only. Okay, we'll see later about the source code method of installation. I will explain it later. So for this purpose, we need to visit or we need to have the database website like https www.postgresql.org. It is the free source website which is provided for the database installation. So that is why I'm going to this website for doing RPM method of installation. So let me take the website postgresql.org. Okay, in this we have to click on download button. Is the download button is there na? So in this we need to click on download button. Once you click on download button, it will show quick links like packages and source. By default it is showing package installers only. That is why if you want to change, you can click on the source. Okay, so now our aim is to concentrate on the RPM package installation. That is why I am selecting operating system, since we can proceed with Windows also, but our requirement is to show in Linux machine. Let me select the Linux. After that we have distribution also, Debian, Red Hat Linux, Rocky or Alma Linux or other Linux. It will show like Red Hat, Rocky or Alma Linux. We can click on this. In this type of distribution, it will display Linux downloads like RHL. That means RH means Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Rocky Linux, Alma Linux, CentOS 7 and 6 only. Okay, CentOS 7 and 6 only, Fedora, Rocky Linux. It will support all these things. PostgreSQL M repository. So now here we need to select the version, either 14 or 15 or 13 or 12, whatever the version you want to install. Based on the requirement you can select the version. For this I am selecting version number 15. Okay, select the platform. Here you need to select how you are going to check this, either your Oracle Linux or RHL 7 or 8 or 9. To know this one, we need to check the OS version with help of the command cat etc os-release. Okay, cat etc os release. It will show here the name is Rocky Linux. This is 9.4. Okay, what is the command to check the any Linux version? Cat space etc os release, or you can check with uname hyphen a. Uname hyphen a also. It is distribution Linux. Host name is database.com. Kernel version number. This is the way you can check. Uname hyphen for OS cat etc os release. It will display version ID Rocky Linux RHL CentOS Fedora, the platform 9.4. Okay, now we can select the platform 9. Okay, 9. So architecture already it is 64-bit architecture, so no need to select another one. Now we have the some installation repository script is there. Generally they prefer sudo dnf install. We can copy directly, no problem. We can copy all this okay, so let me select this one, copy. Okay, so once I copy this, I will paste it into our Linux server. Okay, so let me clear this one. Okay, just shift to insert, it will paste the thing. Sudo dnf install, whatever the script is showing in that website, I am copy all that up to rpm. Now press enter. It will take some time to download that repo from the website. Okay, it is completed. Okay, from that we have done one step. The second one, everything is mentioned in this only. To disable the default plugin, built-in PostgreSQL module is if available, then we need to disable that built-in one. That means either old version or whatever it may be. So there may be chance of getting default installation. That's why we need to first disable this default one. So for doing that, we need to copy paste in the server. I will copy paste in this server, Linux server. Press enter. It will do disabling the default module which is available in the Linux machine. Once it is completed, we can go with the next step. Here it is performing disabling activity. It is identifying and okay, it is completed. So once it is completed, then we need to run this command, install postgresql. This is the sudo dnf install postgresql 15-server. Okay, now copy paste in the server. Okay, now to paste the copied script from the website to Linux machine, you can use in mouse your right click or shift insert, shift plus insert button. It will paste the data. Let me delete this one to show that shift plus insert, shift insert, it is copied. Otherwise with mouse right click that. For example, I am changing the cursor here, right? I am giving the right click. Yes, right click also, it will paste the data. So now enter. It will download the required RPM packages from the website itself with help of the repo file, because that is why the first initial state we are doing the repo. So after this completion, the website it is not mentioned, but we need to install another one also, postgresql contrib. So this is one of the feature which is going to be installed, advanced features of PostgreSQL. It is not mentioned in the default installation method in website, but we can use this contrib also while doing RPM installation. So therefore I am including this one also. It is downloading and installing the required one. Okay, it is completed. So now go to our website and check the next thing. Optionally initialize the database and enable the automatic start. That means for doing automatic start in the sense when there is a server reboot happens unexpectedly, or for maintenance purpose we did reboot of the server. Reboot means restart of the PC. In our Windows language we can say that reboot of the PC or Windows server. Similarly in Linux also we have power off, reboot, shutdown, the same things. If any maintenance purpose some people will did power shutdown of the Linux machine. If it is started again after maintenance, there is no need of doing manual start with the Postgres database server. When you do this systemctl enable postgresql systemctl start, that means it is creating automatic startup script. So for this we need to first initialize the database directory. That means initialize the database with help of initdb. So up to this what we have done, binaries, database binaries has been completed successfully. The binaries part, for going to do the binaries installation, it is completed. Now the data directory will be created with this script only. Whatever the default data directory, it is going to be created when you run this command. Okay, let me use the same copy paste in the server. Okay, already I told by using right click you can paste the script into the server. Let me run this command. Initializing database, it is showing initializing database. Now it is okay. After initialization, next thing what we need to do, enable the service, Postgres SQL service. We can enable the service in root level. Yes, it is showing that some usr lib system md system Postgres SQL service has been created. You can check the service creation file. Yes, it is created in the, that means soft link is created. After that we need to start the Postgres server 15. Before going to start, we can check whether the Postgres database is up and running or not. For our purpose I am giving the command ps-f pipe grep postgres. Okay, so there is no such type of Postgres services running. After that again user existed or not. Initially I told, that means related to the Postgres database we need to have Postgres user. By default along with RPM installation packages user also will be created. Then we can check with ID Postgres. Yes, it is created. UID 26 means it is default installation. Whenever you add manually it will show some 5 4 3 2 1 like that, it will show groups, but through RPM package it will show 26 only. This is the only way to identify whether the user created manually or not. If your 26 group is created, then you can say that the RPM method of installation has been done previously. Okay, now we will change the password also. Password Postgres. Okay, you can enter the new password 2 times. Okay, once it is done, now as I told, we can start from the website. This is the last one. This is the sudo systemctl start Postgres server. So now copy the same thing and paste into the server. Okay, start. Okay, S missed. I added S manually and give the command sudo systemctl start postgresql. Now you can check ps-f pipegrep postgres. Yes, it is started. So the postgres database server has been started and it is showing like usr pgsql 15 bin postmaster-d varlib pgsql 15 data. This is the data directory varlib pgsql 15 data. This means this is the data directory where all the postgres data by default located in this. That means any table spaces, user details, all things are going to save in this location only. This is called default data directory. This is called default home directory. Default home directory bin. Up to bin is the default home directory. Postmaster is the main background process. These are the supporting background process or child process, logger process, checkpointer, background writer, wall writer, auto vacuum launcher, logical replication launcher. So that means this is the way of installing Postgres database server any version, either 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16. You can go the similar approach from the step by step. Only step added, that is contrib step, I have added manually. That means it is not represented in the website, so that I included in that contrib also. So what we have done, finally let me revise. For RPM method of installation, what are the steps we have done? For RPM method of installation, we go to the web browser, that is HTTP, and download Linux Red Hat this browser, and we select under packages, we select the Linux. After the Linux, the distribution Red Hat or Rocky or Alma Linux. We have selected this. Under this, so it's showing some supported platforms. M repository supporting the PostgreSQL. M repository currently supports all these things: Red Hat Linux, Rocky Linux, Alma Linux, CentOS 7 or 6, and Oracle Linux, Fedora. Okay, so after that, what we have done, we select the version number. We have selected version and select platform, select architecture. So after that, what we have done, we have done with the selection of this version, either 12 or 13 or 14. Now for the installation purpose, I chosen 15. After that, the platform 9. How to check this one? Cat etc OS release, and architecture default is 64-bit, and you follow simply these steps only. No need to do anything extra. Just you need to follow this step, and additionally you want to install additional to this one. Let me copy this script. Yes, so the total installation, first we run this command. After this, disable the default one. After that, this server, along with this additional one you need to do is, instead of this contrib, yes, to install advanced features of PGSQL. postgresql, which are not included in default installation. Okay. After that, optionally, even it is optional, but you have to run this command sudo usrbin initdb, in the sense it will initiate the database directory, and that means it will create the database directory. It will create database directory, that means a data directory. After that, it will add the service to do automatic start and stop the installation whenever it is required. Start the database server. Okay, this is the way how to install the PostgreSQL using RPM method of installation. Only the thing we need to follow are the steps from the website www.postgresql.org. In that you can select your required type of installation, whether it is Linux or Windows, whatever it may be, but I explained here for the Linux based installation method. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ping me in the comment section. If anything required, I will definitely reply to the same. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll keep in touch for the next episodes.